Hey, this is Brent with Vintage Statements, and today we've got this nice, well, currently ugly 9-drawer dresser that we're going to modernize and make look pretty again. So follow along. Alright, here's what today's going to look like. We're going to sand this piece down, but first we got to remove this hardware. And you can see that we're missing a handle, well, 2 handles, so we're going to have to put new hardware in. There's 2 routes you can take. You can measure the centers, buy new ones. With these, they're 5-inch, so each handle, and I couldn't find a matching set, so I'd have to buy them all. Quite expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill those holes in. I'm going to purchase some other ones, 3.5-inch centers with a long bar across the front to give it the width that we want. We'll re-put those in and, well, move all the hardware, sand it, stain the top, paint the base, and, well, let's see if we can bring this piece back to life. So lots of work ahead of us. Let's get started by taking off the hardware. So we've got the drawers out, we've already drilled new holes, we've put wood putty into the old holes, we're letting that dry. While that's drying, we're going to sand this top down completely. We're going to stain it, or we're going to try to at least. It's a veneer top and then a wood piece here. So we got to be a little bit careful on the top. We're going to use 80 grit sandpaper, not going to press down hard. We're just going to get it down to the bare wood. We'll have to do a little bit hand sanding through this motion, or this section right here. Won't be too bad, hopefully. We'll sand our way down, then we'll start attacking these drawers. Some of the stuff will have to be hand sanded, but let's get with the sander as much as possible, and we'll go from there. We sanded it down, we vacuumed it out, we wiped it down, and now what we're going to do is stain that top. So, put my gloves on here. I got my Behr. The color that we chose today is going to be called Special Walnut. So, put that on the top, got a rag. We're going to go with the grain, and well, then we're going to let it sit overnight. We'll paint the base here. It's going to be called Supernova. And then, well, we can start putting some hardware back on it and get this piece done. So, let's get the staining. Got it sanded down, we've got it wiped out, we've got it top stained, Special Walnut. Now we can start painting. And today what we're going to use is Supernova Prime and Paint, all in one. It's an eggshell finish. We've got our Worcester brushes, we've got a bunch of drawers, and a frame to do. We're going to hit it twice. That's going to cover it real nice, and then well, we can start moving forward with this project. So next 2 hours dedicated to painting. Let's get started. put 2 coats of paint on it, we let it dry. Now this is a step that you could skip at home if you'd like, but we are going to vintage it, give it a little farm style look, and well, then we can go from there. Now if you decide to skip this step, well, you can take over right at the ceiling of your product and start putting handles back on it, all that good stuff, but we're going to spend the next 30 minutes sanding all this down, giving it that vintage look. Alright, we're almost there. We're gonna put on our Behr finishing wax, natural. Got a old sock in here. We're gonna do the top, work our way down, and we can start putting that hardware on. So the next time you see this piece, well, it'll be done. So let's get started by waxing it. Here it is completed, supervisor approved. So it's a special walnut stain top and then a Supernova color prime and Behr prime and paint eggshell finish paint here at the base. Well, remember what it looked like before, and now look at it. Quite the transformation. If you like this project and many of our others, subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and well, I bet my supervisor's already got another project ready for me. I'll get to work here in a second.